Hello everyone. Today let us learn Introduction to Communication. Your birth was a matter of great joy to your parents. With your first cry, you told everyone that you had arrived in this world. When you were hungry, you cried, and your mother understood that and gave you milk. As a baby, your face told your mother that you were not well or you were uncomfortable. Months later, when you uttered the first words, your parents were thrilled. You also started waving your hands or nodding head or to say bye or yes or no. Then slowly you started speaking. You asked questions because you wanted to know about things around you. Later, when you went to school, you learned the alphabets. Today, you can gesture, speak, and write to express yourself. Or for the purpose of this study, we say communicate with others. Understanding human communication. When we think of exchanging our ideas with others or giving information to others, we do it in two ways. We either speak or tell, or we just do it without words. When we look back in the history of mankind, we find that early man could not speak as we do today. Words and languages as we use today developed much later in human history. However, early human beings expressed their feelings and experiences without using any words. Their face, expressions, and use of head and other organs, like the hands, could tell others many things. Later, language developed, and people used words to speak to others or convey feelings. With alphabets, writing gave yet another powerful tool to convey thoughts, ideas, and feelings. Why do we communicate? We live in a society. Besides ourselves, there are others who may be rich or poor, living in big houses or in huts, literate or illiterate. They may also belong to different religions and communities, often speak different languages, but still all of them can speak or interact with one another. Such interaction is essential for societies to survive. We ask questions and get answers, seek information and get it. We discuss problems and come to conclusions. We exchange our ideas, and for doing all this, we use communication. Imagine a situation where we are not able to speak or interact with others, or think of a family living in the same house without speaking to each other. Such situations can create plenty of problems. When we get angry, don't we stop talking to our friends or family members at least for some time? Soon we talk it over, or discuss matters and begin normal conversation. If we don't speak to each other, we cannot understand each other. So communication can help us to understand each other and solve problems. But what is communication? So far, we have seen how we use communication. Now let us define communication. But defining communication is not very easy. It means many things to many people. Unlike definitions of a theory or some scientific term, communication has no definition accepted by all experts. We know that when we convey something by words, we may call it a message. If you are used to a mobile phone, you would know the term SMS. This SMS is the short form for short message service. Here, the messages are short. Sentences are just a word or a phrase or a sentence like, I am in a meeting. Please call me at 4 p.m. or congratulations or see you at home. These are all messages. They are short, and when someone receives them, they understand it. For example, take the message, I am in a meeting. Please call me at 4 p.m. It doesn't need any explanation. The moment you read it, you can understand it. Suppose someone has passed an exam. Just send a message, congratulations. The person who gets it immediately follows it. So, shall we use these two words, namely message and understand, and define communication? Communication is a message understood. Unless a message is understood, we cannot say that communication has taken place. Let's send a message to someone else's phone. Where came first? The person who gets the message would wonder what it means. It doesn't make any sense. The receiver of the message just doesn't understand it. So for communication to take place, there are two conditions. First, there should be a clear message. Secondly, that message must be understood by the receiver, for whom it is meant. In society, we all interact with messages. Without interaction, a society cannot survive. Social interaction is always through messages. So we can also define communication in the following words. Communication is a social interaction through messages. Think of telling someone, "It is very warm today," or "I am bored with the history classes." In both these cases, we are communicating what we experience. The weather being warm is what you feel or experience physically. Getting bored with a subject is a different feeling which needs some amount of education or experience in a classroom. In both the cases, we are sharing our feeling or experience with someone else. So we may say that communication is sharing of experience. Can you think of a situation where you cannot communicate with others? In society, we need each other for various things. Unless you communicate with a doctor, how will the doctor know what your health problem is? If you want to buy something, you have to tell the seller of the goods what you are looking for, and you may also ask for the price. Think of a home where parents and children do not communicate with each other. Think of a classroom where the teacher cannot or do not communicate. Communication, therefore, is essential for our survival. Thank you for your patient listening. Please subscribe the channel for more.